From Snoop Dogg's beautiful compound in the city of Inglewood, brought to you by DHerbs.com, this is All About the Big 3.
Yeah. Big 3, come on. Yeah. 3. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies ballin' out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple. If you check the roster, got a 3-head monster. Now them killer 3s are like killer bees. Start dropping 3s like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got them ball hogs hogging that 3-on-3. We got the power to do it BIG. We got Tri-State coached by the DOC, so don't hate on Lisa, Leslie, and Nate. It's Nancy Lieberman, head coach, leading man. We got new teams, we got new schemes. We got bivouacs, aliens, and enemies. And they coached by the glove, commissions the glide. Coached by the oak, coached by the Iceman. No fight 10, had to warn Rick Mahorn. They told Rick Barry half court looks scary, but it ain't unless you caught in the paint. On the give it go with ISO Joe. If you wanna bring the fire, it burn you slow. This is Fireball 3 and that's Swaggy P. Cause we taking the summer and displaying the best. It's the Big 3 on CBS.
All-star point guard, dribble drive, kick out. Triple doubles, I bubbles and then I dip out. Easy money sniper, Columba, Mamba. Hit you like a viper, Iber. Arrived at the game wet like the ocean. And
People share this live.
Turn your TVs on. Big 3, CBS is getting ready to go down. The action is all the way live. If you don't turn your TV on, you're gonna miss it. Dog pound.
We got undefeated teams, we got teams that took L's, and we got teams that got them W's. All I know is that I'm hyped. Week 3, the Big 3, the boy Tattoo. It don't get better than this.
Check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav in the place to be. Rockin' from the bottom to the T.O.P. And I gotta shout out the Big 3. This is how we do, yo. Ice Cube, I'm proud of you, man. Word up, G. This is gonna be big. Watch, it's gonna be bigger.
It don't get better than this, man. Jackie Jackson, the Jackson 5, Flavor Flav, Warren G, Ice Cube. We got champions, we got leaders, we got players, we got MVPs. We got it all right here in Las Vegas. And we'll be back in Dallas next week for more Big 3. Week 4, get ready. Your boy Tattoo, Big 3, all the way live. Welcome to All About the Big 3. I'm your host, Tattoo, and Vegas lit up once again, Week 3 for Fireball 3. Fans, performances, legends on the court like the Jackson 5's very own Jackie Jackson. We had dunks, we had 4-point shots. The Bring the Fire challenge was lit. We even had some ejections. Larry Sanders and Mike Taylor ejected from the Big 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a chance to catch up with Ghost Ballers Mike Taylor right before the game. Yo, I said Ghost Ballers were 1-1. My bad.
We undefeated, man.
Damn, dog. What did I do, man? My bad for getting it wrong. Are we going 3-0?
Oh, for sure.
You guys got Tri-State today.
That's a tough matchup, but we looking to get it done today.
Yo, this is what we want to see. You know what the fans want to see? We want to see Mike Taylor in a Bring the Fire. Are we going to get a Bring a Fire today, man?
I mean, I hope so. I'm ready to get in that Bring the Fire, that one-on-one situation.
What's been the key thing Ghost Ballers changed this season to be undefeated?
I'm starting now. I believe that's the biggest change.
I agree as well, man. Mike Taylor is no joke. Huge part of the Ghost Ballers, the undefeated Ghost Ballers. My bad, man. I thought he was going to dunk on me right now. This is your Ghosts.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
Welcome back to All About the Big 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a chance to catch up with Captain Brian Scalabrine, the White Mamba. Can they go 3-0? Check this out. All right, man. I got to come up to the White Mamba, man. Brian Scalabrine, captain of the Ball Hogs. 2-0, undefeated. This is the first ever for the Ball Hogs, man.
Yeah. So, big game today. Power's tough.
Huge.
So we're small, we're quick, they're big, they're powerful. So we'll see how it works. We have to play our game. If we play their game, we're probably not going to win. So we got to make sure we're playing ball hog basketball.
And pushing forward, do you see possible Bahamas on the way after a 3-0 victory today?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is we found our style of play, and we have a great closer in Barbosa. So the ball movement, the passing, that all works. But eventually you need a guy to go get you those buckets at the end. And for right now, that's what we had so far. We just got to continue it. We cannot get away from who we are.
He's serious right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine, captain of the undefeated Ball Hogs. They're taking on power right here, right now. All about the Big 3. Coming up right after this, my man Thomas Scott, director of Big 3 basketball operations. He's going to break down for you Week 4 and give you a full recap of Week 3. You don't want to miss it right here on All About the Big 3.
Ballers on the court, going hard every week. Challenge a foul if your heart desires, but then it's mano y mano. Opponents bringing the fire. Passion and skill, it's on display. The Big 3 on CBS. Oh yeah, we ready to play. Big 3.
We like to have a league that's full of incentives. You know, this year, the Bahamas. We like, soon as we tell these players that playoffs, championship is gonna be in the Bahamas.
Hey, I didn't know that one. Hey, good high five.
They're gonna fight for their lives this season to make it there.
Every player here at the Big 3, especially in the Combine, they're trying to cash their ticket to the Bahamas. Man, it's going down. I'm getting ready to get me a Bahama breeze.
I ain't missed the playoffs since I've been in here, so I'm not thinking about missing it now. Y'all saw Bahamas, baby! It's a great thing to be able to reward the best teams in the league with something like this.
Man, it's huge. You know, shout out to Ice Cube for, putting this thing together, man, and continue to grow it every year. It's amazing.
I'll see you in the Bahamas. Bring your swim trunks.
Immediately following the Big 3 Game of the Week, check out 3 more must-see matchups live on Triller and Fight TV. Things got pretty chippy for Tri-State last week, but the all-around play of Jason Richardson has them looking like a playoff team. Aliens will need to find a way to stop Trilogy's balanced attack if they're going to get their first win of the season. And Big Wack has struggled to find their footing and now must do so without Captain Josh Smith as they take on three-headed monsters. Saturday on Triller and Fight TV.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
Welcome back to All About the Big 3. I'm your host, Tattoo. To my right, Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, Thomas Scott. He's about to give you a recap of Week 3 and a preview of Week 4. Thomas, Las Vegas was lit. Let's start with the undefeated Ball Hogs who took on the 2018 Big 3 champions, Power.
We got 2 games here on CBS, and we're going to start it off with the unbeaten Ball Hogs taking on Power.
You know, you're always going to have competitive basketball with the Big 3. Ball Hogs came in hot.
Him with Leandro. Now he's able to spot up just like this right here and knock it down. Perfect timing.
I mean, Leandro Barbosa has just emerged as a star, man. 20 points. Will McDonald with 10 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. But you know how it goes. Power, for some reason, somehow, they just get it done. Coutinho Mobley, Joe Alexander, and then Darnell Jackson got a chance to step in there. So he knocked down a 3 and was real competitive in his first debut. But, I mean, my favorite moment of the game, Royce White bringing the fire to win the game.
Absolutely. It was fire. That's what Bring the Fire is all about. You had Power taking over the Ball Hogs, and talk about Coutinho Mobley.
He did suffer a growing injury. We shall see if he's going to be available for Week 4. But I know Coutinho's going to do everything in his power to get back healthy to play and lead his team to another victory. So we shall see.
And speaking of Power, who they take on next week for Week 4?
Well, Power, they're going to take on Killer Threes. You know, they're coming from the bottom of the barrel and they're trying to work their way up. They're 1-2 right now. Power's 2-1, and they want to go 3-1. And Killer 3 is just trying to go on a winning streak.
All right, let's go to Game 2, which was hands down probably the game of the week. You got undefeated 2-0 triplets taking on undefeated 2-0 Steven Jackson's trilogy. Thomas Scott, break it down.
Well, you know, trilogy came in hot.
Here's Jared Jack. Oh, that part gonna skate for a minute.
Jared Jack is still emerging to be a star in this league, as well as Isaiah Briscoe. Briscoe really just knows how to get it done off the dribble. I don't think he made enough three-point shots, open shots down the stretch to really give them that win. You know, Joe Johnson, I mean, there's nothing else to talk about besides Joe Johnson.
Mama, it's that man. He did it again.
Come on, bro.
Johnson, silky smooth.
Possibly MVP 2 years in a row for the Big 3?
I mean, it's looking likely right now until somebody stops him. I mean, you can only wish to contain him because eventually he catches fire. And that's what we do here. We're playing Fireball 3. We're bringing the fire. And when Joe gets that ball for game point, it's almost like you know it's going in, and he never disappoints.
All right, Week 4 in Dallas. Who the triplets got?
Well, the triplets, they got the enemies. You know, they're feeling good about themselves. They got a win this week. So we shall see in Dallas. That's going to be a good matchup.
Absolutely, man. Game 3 went down. You got Dr. J, Tri-States taking on the Ghost Ballers.
Mike Taylor's been bringing a lot of energy on both ends, offensively, defensively, getting steals and being active. But, I mean, right now, Tri-State to me has found something in Jason Richardson right now.
Oh, my God. He's been balling out of control, man.
Absolutely. Jason Richardson, back-to-back 20-point games. And you know, he's being a guy that they know.
Quietly, too.
Yes.
Quietly. He's doing it under the radar.
Yeah, but he's also playing above the rim. Do you see that dunk today?
Oh, my goodness.
Richardson. Oh, from the baseline, Jay Rich.
It's getting hot out there. I mean, Vegas is we're already 110 degrees out here, but the floor felt like it was 150.
Exactly.
When Larry Sanders and Mike Taylor went at it, they were both ejected from the game.
Brace themselves on the landing right here. And I'm all for hard fouls, don't get me wrong.
But at the end of the day, Tri-State was just too much. They're showing that they can gel, and they're figuring something out at the right time.
Absolutely. What's up for Tri-State and Ghost Ballers Week 4 in Dallas, Texas?
Well, Tri-State, they take on Three's Company, and Ghost Ballers, they take on Ball Hogs.
2 teams at 1-1. The Company, the Monsters. It's Big 3, Hero Triller, and Fight TV.
This week, every game was just intense. And this one didn't fail to be that as well. So you basically had Kevin Murphy just showing that he's a star.
Murphy for 3.
Now, they played against Three's Company and tried to run a lot of pick and roll, but Mamadou Njai was He was not letting it happen.
Mamadou quickly becoming a Big 3 fan favorite as well. We saw him get up there above the rim. The fans went crazy. Yeah, it was a good weekend for Gary Payton. And not only did he celebrate a birthday, he got a W.
Absolutely, and what better way to celebrate a birthday than a win at the Big 3?
All right, speaking of wins, Killer Threes took on Aliens, and they got both teams needed a victory because both teams are 0-2 going into week 3 of the Big 3. Talk about it, Thomas Scott.
Man, first off, Frank Nitty with that dunk on Jason Maxwell. Roll the clip.
It was ugly.
It was ugly, man. I mean, just going through there left-handed, everything, the way he did it. Got the crowd going, and that's the direction Big 3 is going. It's getting above the rim now.
It was a nice welcome back for Jason Maxwell, man.
But at the end of the day, Aliens, you know, they got to find their groove, man. It doesn't seem like they have the right chemistry right now. Killer Threes just banded together. They figured it out.
After a dunk, like something like that, the momentum changed. It seems like the team spirit's up, and it looks like they can possibly have a good coming into week 4.
Yeah.
You know, feeling good.
Absolutely, and you know, I think what they figured out is they just have to play hard and let the chips fall where they may.
Killer Threes, who do they take on in week 4 of the Big 3 over in Dallas, Texas?
Oh yeah, well, Killer Threes take on Power. And you know that's going to be a tough game for Power, depending on if Coutinho is healthy or not. Killer Threes, you know, they're probably licking their chops a little bit.
Let's talk about the final game of the afternoon over here in Las Vegas. Week 3 of the Big 3. 0-2, Gilbert Arenas' enemies took on 0-2, Reggie Theus's Bivouac. First of all, before we even talk about it, T. Scott, how's Josh Smith doing, man?
Well, we're going to find out. He's going to go see some specialists. I think he has an Achilles injury. It seems like it might be a little serious, and the Bivouac have to bounce back and figure out how they're going to move forward, unfortunately. But, you know, our heart goes out with all of our players.
Absolutely.
Anybody takes an injury, spill like that, it's just unfortunate. I want to just talk about Josh on a high note because that dunk he had, I think they were trying to find their groove, but then that injury happened and just sucked the life out of the team. Bivouac's going to have to figure out their new identity without their captain, Josh Smith, and they got to figure that out right now.
Well, he's breaking it down to you every single week right here. Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, my main man, Thomas Scott. Amazing breakdown, man. I'm your host, Tattoo. More All About the Big 3 right after this.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
It's another Big 3 triple header. Ball Hogs and Ghost Ballers both look to get back on track as breakout star Mike Taylor will try to slow down the Brazilian Blur. Frank Nitty came alive to ignite a Killer Threes comeback victory. Can they ride the momentum as they face Powers Desamba Lu, making his Big 3 debut fresh off his Olympic medal in Tokyo? And in the Big 3 game of the week, triplets continue to look like the team to beat. It's all going down tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS.
What up, fam? It's your homie Ice Cube. Here with the Big 3 and Monster Energy. 2 iconic brands coming together to change the game. Big 3 has a whole new energy, baby.
Welcome back to All About the Big 3, brought to you by X-Pro Tape from Binger Labs, the official CBD partner of the Big 3. 3 lucky fans got to compete in a 4-point shootout with Big 3 legend Mike Bibby. Here's our first ever Beat the Pro.
4-pointers against Mike Bibby. The winner gets $500 in Big 3 cash. You must beat Mike Bibby. Your time starts. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
5, 4,
man. We have a winner right here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner right here. He just made 3 4-point shots. What's your name, man? Ivan, you just won $500 in Big 3 cash. You just beat Mike Bibby. Give him a round of applause. I was trying to get that $500. I appreciate it, man. You ain't taking a picture. And the losing taking a picture.
The Big 3 is turning up the heat. Ballers on the court, going hard every week. Challenge a foul if your heart desires, but then it's mano y mano. Opponents bringing the fire. Passion and skill, it's on display. The Big 3 on CBS. Oh yeah, we ready to play.
He is the #1 draft pick of the Big 3. Shout out to the enemies. His name is Isaiah Austin, and he's balling this season.
All right, it's going down with the #1 draft pick of the Big 3. The enemies picked him up, Isaiah Austin, who's been balling all season long, all season strong. Is there pressure that comes with that, with all eyes being on you, being the #1 draft pick?
No, not really, man. It's just hoop, man. It's just ball. You know, I put in hours in the game, you know, and in the gym to get to the point where I'm at right now. So, you know, when I go out on the court, you know, I just do. I trust my work, so that's all I'm doing.
Speaking of being a #1 pick, what did that feel like, man, to be drafted #1 overall with all these great players, all these legends, man, that want to get out here and be a part of the Big 3 to get picked #1? It had to mean something, man.
Yeah, it meant a lot, man. It felt good, you know. It's kind of like bragging rights, you know. Can't nobody take that from me, so.
And then we got Perry Jones right here putting it down with enemies. It's going down, y'all. This is all about the Big 3. You got to love it, right?
Power's happy this week. Ladies and gentlemen, co-captain of Power, Royce White, a.k.a. the champ, is here.
All right, man, last Renaissance man, the one and only Royce White, Power, 2-1. And they came off of a Bring the Fire challenge. How important is that challenge, man?
Man, to bring the fire is a good element. I love it. You know, for me personally, one-on-one, I'm confident in being able to score, especially late in the game. I've been able to do it 2 games now. It's a great thing. I love it.
You know, you're getting the reputation now of this season. You already have your reputation, but you're getting in people's heads this season for sure.
I'm the people's champ. I'm in people's head. I'm unstoppable in the Fireball 3. I'm looking forward to that rematch with the triplet.
All right, man, you know him. He needs no introduction. He's the champ. The champ is here. Royce White, last Renaissance man. This is all about the Big 3.
Shout out to the Killer Threes getting their first victory of the season. Here's team captain Franklin Sessions, a.k.a. Frank Nitty.
Last week they were 0-2. This week they're 1-2. How important is it to not go 0-3 in this league, man?
Man, it's huge. You can't go 0-3. 0-3 sets up. I don't even want to think about it. So we was talking and we figured it out. We figured out a way to grind out a win, man. It was a big win. We needed it. We felt like we had the one last week, so we couldn't let this one slip away. And we were down too, so we had to do something to change up what we were doing on the defensive end, and we ended up figuring it out.
And on my side, what I saw was it all changed after that massive dunk on Jason Maxiel, his first game back.
He just caught a body. My goodness.
I think it 100%. It was a momentum shift because we were down, I think 6 at that point or something like that. And Mo Charlo made a great defensive play. It was a block shot. It rolled out to me. And I just thought to be aggressive. At the end of the day, like, in this league, man, you got to be aggressive. You got to be that grit and grind team that just kind of pull out wins.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is captain of the Killer Threes, Frank Nitty, Franklin Sessions. Now 1-2. I'm so glad that they ain't 0-3. But you saw that dunk, and I'm sure it's going to go worldwide, man. That was huge. The Big 3 Player of the Week, I'm calling it. Frank Nitty, your boy Tattoo, AAB3.
Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com. You can get league and team apparel, including jerseys, jackets, hats, and more. Store.big3.com.
Want to thank you so much for watching All About the Big 3. For more highlights and all your interviews in their full capacity, go to big3.com. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us on our social media at The Big 3. This weekend, we're all the way live from Dallas, Texas. CBS, Triller, Fight TV. Get your tickets right now at big3.com. From the entire team here at AAB3, I'm your host, Tattoo, brought to you by dherb.com. This is All About the Big 3.
All-star point guard, dribble drive, kick out. Triple doubles, I bubbles and then I dip out. Easy money sniper, Columba, Mamba, hit you like a viper. Arrived at the game wet like the ocean. Analytics analyze that I'm open. Spread the game around, now make a wish. Hand down, man down, three, swish.
I'm focused. I can't miss, I must have been hypnotized by a hypnotist. Cause every shot I take is every shot I hit. Rim bigger than the ocean, it's nothing but net.
I've been ballin' since I can remember. Papered up like a printer, go hard in the paper. I put some